Okay, Assalamualaikum. Then kita proceed dengan still like profit competition for subnormal profit. Okay, ingat balik ya. In the short run, the firm maybe will earn 3 types of profit. Okay, either supernormal profit, subnormal, or normal profit lah. Okay, so now we want to draw for subnormal profit. Okay, ataupun loss lah. Okay, so for loss, okay, macam biasa, first you draw the basic diagram for profit competition. So ingat balik, macam mana nak draw basic diagram. Okay, first you draw the vertical and horizontal line, and here you label as a output, and here is revenue or cost. Okay, then look here, P curve ataupun AR curve, MR curve. So this is AR curve, MR curve, ataupun ini juga adalah demand curve kan, and also this is price. Okay, okay, then draw the MC curve. Macam mana bentuk MC curve? Ingat balik MC. Okay, just do it. Okay, just do it. Bentuk macam Nike. So this is MC. So where is the equilibrium point? Okay, equilibrium point happen when MC equal to MR. Okay, kat mana MC equal to MR? Kat sini kan. So this is the equilibrium point lah. Okay, when MR equal to MC. So from the equilibrium we can determine the price and also quantity. So ini quantity dia, ini juga price dia. Okay, now mana area subnormal profit? So for subnormal profit, okay, TR less than TC or P less than AC. So this is P. From equilibrium this is P ataupun AR kan? AR. Okay, ataupun AR less than AC. Okay, so sekarang mana nak letak AC? So make sure AC ni atas pada AR lah kan? Okay, so mana nak lukis AC? So AC atas pada AR. AC is U-shape. Agak-agak lah. So this is AC. So where is the area of subnormal profit? Okay, from equilibrium, where is AR? This is AR. Kan? From equilibrium, where is AC? Okay, atas ni. Apa-apa pun semua start dengan dekat equilibrium. So this is AC. Okay, you touch AC, tarik tepi. So this is AC. So it shows AC is higher than AR. So this is the area of subnormal profit. Kalau nak kira nanti macam nak kira keluasan ni lah. Sama juga ini, kira je keluasan ni. Okay, AR minus AC times quantity dia. Ini sama jugalah. AR minus AC times quantity. Sebab apa? Okay, cara nak kira untung dia AR minus AC times quantity. So yang ni confirm dapat negatif kan? Sebab dia loss kan, betul tak? Ini pula bila AR minus AC jawapan dia mestilah positif. Sebab apa? Sebab AR is higher than AC. So the profit is should be positive lah. Okay, for normal profit. Okay, for normal profit, first you draw the basic diagram for profit competition. So here is output or quantity, and here is cost revenue. Okay, then draw the AR curve. So this is AR curve ataupun MR curve, ataupun ini adalah demand curve, ataupun ini juga adalah price kan. Then draw the MC curve. Just do it. Okay, MC curve. So where is the equilibrium point? When MR equal to MC. MR equal to MC. So kat mana? Sini kan. So this is the equilibrium point. Okay. So from equilibrium point we can determine the price. Ini price dia kan. And here is quantity. Okay, ini price lah. Okay, now mana nak letak AC curve? Okay, sebab for normal profit, it happen when AR equal to AC. Position AR ni equal to AC, dia touch. Okay, so from equilibrium AR dah ada kan? Ini AR kan? So macam mana nak letak AC? Okay, so mestilah touch dengan AR. So from equilibrium, this is AR kan? Ini AR. From equilibrium, where is AC? Okay, so draw AC, mestilah touch kat sini. So tak ada area lah sebab dia adalah break even, tak untung tak rugi. Okay, equal to 0. Okay, maksudnya AR minus AC times Q equal to 0. Kalau AR contohnya 10 minus 10 times Q, quantity contohnya Q 100, so dia dapat 0 kan, sebab 10 minus 10 is 0. Okay, itu adalah normal profit. Okay, then for long run, okay, for long run, long run. Okay, so for perfect competition, the firm will earn normal profit. Why normal profit? Due to easy to entry and exit, because it has a freedom of entry and exit. Okay, nanti saya terangkan kenapa in the long run dia dapat dia dapat normal profit. Okay, so lukislah normal profit macam biasa. First, you draw the basic diagram for perfect competition. Okay, so this is output. Here is cost, revenue. This is P curve, P equal to R equal to MR, ataupun this is demand curve. Then MC curve, just do it, MC. So where's the equilibrium point? Kat sini kan, when MR equal to MC. Ini MR, ini MC. So ini equilibrium dia. So from here we can determine the price. Here is price and here is quantity. Okay, now kat mana normal profit? Okay, normal profit happen when position AR ni equal to AC kan. So mana nak letak AC? Okay. So from equilibrium, ini equilibrium kan. So this is AR, betul. Ini AR ni. Sebab ini AR kan. So AC nak letak mana? So AC normal profit mesti dia touch kat sini. So in the long run, perfect competition will earn normal profit due to easy entry and exit. Okay, kenapa? Okay. So make sure 4 diagram ni you mesti lukis dalam handout masing-masing. Okay. Okay. Okay, kenapa? Okay, so this is the example of question lah. Okay, contoh soalan. Contoh soalan yang biasa ditanya dalam essay. Sebenarnya soalan dia berbeza, tapi sebenarnya jawapannya sama je, ini je. Okay, contohnya, explain why firms in a perfectly competitive industry are not able to maintain supernormal profit in the long run. Sebab tadi kita cakap kan, in the long run dia dapat apa? Dia dapat normal profit. Supernormal ni maksudnya ini adalah short run lah. Sebab short run kan dia pernah dapat supernormal. Kenapa maksudnya soalan ni, kenapa dia tak dapat maintain supernormal profit in the long run? Kenapa normal profit? Itu maksud soalan dia. A perfectly competitive firm earns a normal profit in the long run. Explain the statement. Sudah explain lah. Using diagrams. Using diagrams. Illustrate and explain how a loss-making perfectly competitive firm could enjoy a normal profit in the long run. Okay, gunakan diagram. Normally soalan ni semuanya kena ada diagram lah. Illustrate and explain how a loss-making. Macam mana firm yang rugi. Maksudnya in the short run kan tadi kita dapat supernormal, subnormal and normal profit kan. Macam mana firm yang rugi ataupun subnormal profit ni boleh dapat normal profit in the long run. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, in the long run, firm only earns normal profit because if in the short run firms earn supernormal profit, okay, so actually dia punya reason utama adalah because it has a freedom of entry and exit. Okay, ini reason dia, freedom of entry and exit. Okay, if in the short run firms earn supernormal profit, it will attract new firms to enter the market. Sebab contohnya jual ikan kan, jual ikan menguntungkan, so semua orang nak jual ikan, so senang nak masuk pasaran tu, tak perlu documentation, tak perlu apa-apa kan, senang nak jual ikan mana-mana pun because of freedom of entry. So it will attract new firms to enter the market and existing firm expand their production. Yang sedia ada akan tambah lagi pengeluaran. The supply will increase. When supply more than demand, it will create surplus. So market price will fall. So bila dah terlalu banyak ikan dalam pasaran, supply more than demand, so harga ikan akan jatuh. So profit also fall. So it becomes normal profit in the long run. Okay, sebab tu dia dapat normal profit in the long run. Okay, if in the short run firms incur subnormal profit, okay, masa short run firm dapat rugi, so weak firm will leave the market due to freedom of exit. So firm yang lemah akan keluar dari pasaran sebab nak keluar pasaran pun senang. Okay, surviving firms will reduce their production. Yang saya akan kurangkan dia punya production. The supply will decrease. When supply less than demand, so it will create shortage. So market price will increase. So bila dah kurang balik barang tu dalam pasaran, so harga akan naik balik lah. So it starts to cover losses and reach normal profit in the long run. If in the short run firms normal profit, so dia berpilih lah either to continue ataupun exit from the market lah, sampailah dia dapat normal profit in the long run. Okay, so this is the diagram lah. Ini diagram dia. Okay, ini macam mana firm yang asalnya Ni kan P more than AC, ini firm yang masa ni dia untung, dia dapat supernormal. Macam ni in the short run dia dapat supernormal and then dia dapat normal profit. Dia dapat ini normal profit ni. Macam mana firm yang untung dia dapat normal profit, macam mana firm yang rugi, ini loss kan ataupun subnormal. Okay, maksudnya yang loss dapat normal profit. Reason dia yang tadi lah, because in the short run if the firm earns super profit, so actually it will attract new firms to enter the market due to freedom of entry. So yang sedia ada akan tambah lagi pengeluaran, so it will create surplus. So bila dah berlambak barang dalam pasaran, harga barang akan jatuh, so profit pun jatuh lah. Sama juga bila firm yang rugi, bila tengah firm yang rugi, ramai firm yang akan keluar daripada pasaran. So what happen? Production berkurang. Bila produk berkurang, harga barang akan naik balik. So firm yang rugi akan dapat normal profit in the long run. So this is the conclusion. So in the long run, perfect competition will earn normal profit. Why? Due to freedom of entry and exit. Okay, due to freedom of entry and exit. So this is the main reason. And entry and exit. Okay, boleh? Okay. Okay, next we proceed to shutdown ataupun cease point in the short run. Okay, ini kita nak tentukan firm ni sama ada kita nak continue operation ataupun just shut down its operation. Okay, so kalau nak kira kalau kita nak kira profit kan, kalau nak kira profit kita compare TR and TC, betul? Ataupun AR and AC, betul tak? Kalau AR is higher than AC, so untung lah, and sebaliknya lah. So kalau nak tahu dia continue or shut down, so you just compare AR ataupun P dengan P and ABC, average variable cost. Okay, nak tahu dia continue ataupun shut down, you just compare P atau ABC, ataupun P ni equal to AR and ABC lah. So if P more than minimum ABC, price equal to more than minimum ABC, P ataupun AR more than ABC, so firm should continue its operation. Okay, contoh macam ni lah. Okay, contohnya this is perfect competition, this is P kan, AR equal to MR kan. Okay, contohnya saya lukis ABC lah. Okay, sorry, it is MC, so here is equilibrium kan. Okay, ini P, ini quantity. Contohnya ABC kat sini. ABC bukan AC, ABC, average variable cost. So it shows this is P. And here is ABC. Tengok siapa lagi tinggi? P, price kan. So it shows P more than ABC, so firm should continue its operation. Because loss is smaller if firm continue operation, because total revenue can cover TBC and part of TFC. Sebab pada masa ni, bila firm continue its operation, rugi dia kecil sahaja, because dia punya revenue boleh cover lagi variable cost and part of TFC. Contoh variable cost, contohnya utility bills kan. Kalau you hire more workers, banyak lagi kena bayar salary pekerja, ataupun a part of TFC, contohnya rental. If P ataupun AR equal to ABC, kalau sama pula, firm may choose to continue ataupun cease operation. Contohnya ABC kat sini. ABC kat sini. So firm boleh pilih nak tutup ke nak teruskan. Okay, but if P less than ABC or AR less than ABC, so firm should cease operation. Okay, contohnya ABC kat sini. From equilibrium, this is P kan, and from equilibrium, this is ABC. Tengok ABC is higher than AP. So what happened? Firm should cease operation ataupun tutup lah. Okay, firm should shut down its operation because loss is smaller if firm stop operation, because TR can cover part of TBC only. Sebab pada masa ni, firm kalau dia teruskan, dia lagi rugi lah. Okay, dia lagi rugi. Okay. Then, sebab lainnya adalah because dia punya revenue hanya boleh bayar untuk variable cost saja. Maksudnya rental dah tak boleh bayar dah. Fixed cost tak boleh bayar dah. So macam mana operasi kan? Okay. So that's all for perfect competition. So we continue dengan exercise. Okay.